Hello and welcome to another Every Tuesday tutorial. So this week is a really exciting Tuesday for me because I've spent a very long time developing my latest item, which is the Glitz and Glam Digital Foil and Glitter Kit. And this week, to celebrate, I want to share one of those textures for free and show you exactly how to use it to put on typography so you can apply those digital foil and glitter styles to typography. So I just want to scroll down and kind of show you a few parts of the kit and which one I'm going to give away for free. So all of these come as layer styles, as seamless pattern files, and as a seamless high-res JPEG. So every time you use it, it's totally seamless. You don't have any weird lines showing up. And this week I'm giving away this hot swirl layer style. I'm giving it away as a layer style, a pattern file, and a high-res JPEG, so you can use it online as well. So all of these in the kit come as silver and as black textures. And the kit also includes some dynamic brushes to apply your glitter styles to, a whole bunch of bonus vector elements, and then down here I wanted to share some inspiration so you can kind of experiment with that free foil to kind of get comfortable with it and see all the really cool things that you can do. So here's an example of masking it inside of typography, inside of vector elements, more vector elements, using it as a background, product mock-ups, greeting cards. It can get really fun and really cool fast. So I just want to hop in and show you very quickly how to use the free one so you can start creating right away. So I'm just going to come in Photoshop and go File, New, create a new document. I'm going to make mine US paper, but I'm going to invert my width and my height. So my width is going to be 11 inches and my height is going to be 8.5 inches. I'm going to stay working in RGB because you get more vibrant colors, and it's perfect if you're putting anything online. If you want to print this, you will likely have to change this to CMYK, so just a heads up on that. I'm going to hit OK, and then in here I'm just going to double click my background layer, hit OK to unlock it, and then double click, and this is where you would install your pattern file. So just click on Pattern Overlay. I already have my files installed, but for the free texture, all you have to do is click on this little gear icon, toggle down, and choose Load Patterns, and then choose the pattern file that's in the download, and then you'll be good to go and you can use it. And that is this one right here, which is really shiny and pretty and looks really good in typography and vector elements. Okay, so in order to install the layer style, this will enable you to apply your textures at one click of your mouse. So if you don't have your styles palette open, you can get to it by going Window, Styles. And all you have to do is toggle this little hamburger down and choose Load Styles, and then just choose the ASL file that's in the download, and it'll be downloaded in. And as soon as you want to apply your texture to typography, all you have to do is type out whatever you want, and then choose, we've got the gold hot swirl, and just click on that and it'll pop right up. If you want to change the scale that this texture is appearing within your typography, all you have to do is double click on your layer, come over here to Pattern Overlay, and reduce the scale. In my experience, it always looks better within increments of 25. So if we changed our scale to 25, that's what it would look like. It's a lot softer. Let's see what 50 looks like. That looks good. So I'm going to hit OK, and that's how to very quickly and easily apply foil textures to typography using a layer style or a pattern file. So if you want to avoid layer styles or pattern files and you want to kind of do it the old-fashioned way of a clipping mask, I'll show you how to do that as well. So I'm just going to type out foil textures, and this time we're going to go File, Place, and choose that seamless JPEG of the hot foil or the hot swirl. Hit place. Just make sure it's covering your typography. Right click on it in your layers palette and choose Create Clipping Mask. And from here, with this layer selected, if you hit Command T or Control T on a PC, you can change the scale by just holding Shift and scaling it down. So that's kind of a roundabout way of doing the same thing in a few more steps. So if you want to create this type of effect in Illustrator, it's very similar to the method that I just showed. If I go and I type out my text in Illustrator, and then I go File, Place, and I choose my hot swirl texture, This time it's a little opposite in Illustrator. You need to have your texture behind whatever you want to apply it to. So I'm just going to right click, arrange, send to back, so it's behind my text. And then I'm just going to rubber band select both of these, right click, make clipping mask, and now my texture is inside of my text. So what if you have some vector artwork that you created? This is some vectorized typography. The important thing to remember is that Illustrator always considers everything a separate element. The reason why this worked, even though we have separate letters here, is because it was a font and it was typed out using the text tool. Since this was not typed out, it's just separate pieces of artwork. Even though it's grouped together, Illustrator still considers every one of these elements separate. We need to convince Illustrator that this should be considered as one element so we can mask the texture uniformly across all of these elements. So let me show you what happens if you don't create a compound path, which is what we need to do. So if I send this to the back like I did before and I rubber band select just like we did and choose make clipping mask, Illustrator doesn't know which one of these elements to put the texture inside of. So let me go back. If I select my text right here, I need to create a compound path, and the keyboard shortcut for that is Command and the number 8, or Control and the number 8 on a PC. You can also come over here and go Object, Compound Path, Make. Now it doesn't look like anything happened, but now if we rubber band select both the texture and the text, right click, make clipping mask, now Illustrator knows that this should be considered as one element. So that's how to very quickly and easily create some hot foil typography using textures in Photoshop and Illustrator. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please subscribe. I release a new design tutorial every single Tuesday, and don't forget to head on over to my blog, every-tuesday.com, for a bunch of design freebies and even more design tutorials. And I'll leave a link for that hot foil and textures glitz and glam kit if you're interested in checking that out. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next week.